this is Gloria Coppola from Massage Pro C.E. and I'm here at Oakworks filming a series of little video clips on some of the lomilomi techniques. But again, I want to remind all of you that lomilomi is not just about technique. There's a lot that we as practitioners have to learn and study before we come to the table. And remember, Lomi always begins with pule, which is prayer, and a connection with the ancestors, their wisdom, and their knowledge. Today's video clip is going to be how to work into the face region. And even for estheticians, you might find that you like some of these moves because they're really smooth and cool. So I'm going to take my jacket off here so I don't get any lotions or creams on it. I'm going to come over here onto this straddle stool, which is very comfortable, by the way. I'm working on the ProLux convertible table, and what does that mean? That means that you can take your massage table, if it's not metal legs, wood legs, place it on this new system, and you can put your foot on this pedal and raise or lower your client depending on when you need during your session, which is really great. Okay, so I've got my wonderful model here today. I'm going to take a little bit of oil on my hands and my forearms. Yes, I'm going to use my forearms around her face. I'm just going to gently place my hands first on her chest. Just feel her breath. Let her get used to me being in this space, connecting with her, and then just applying the oil so that I'll have enough to get a nice smooth glide. So depending on the condition of the skin and yours, whether it's dry or not, you might find you need more. Now, in one of my previous little video clips, you saw me perhaps breathe the ha breath or the ola, the life force, into the oil. That is something we also do in lomilomi. We bring life force into here. And ha is the breath or spirit of God. So once I have her lubricated, enough to glide nice and smoothly without sticking to her skin. Watch how we use our forearms and make this feel just so yummy. Take a nice deep breath in. So the face, the neck, the chest, the shoulders all feel wonderful, as we know. We bring our forearms up and across, keeping our hands and our fingers relaxed. You notice there's never tension in the hands of a Lomi practitioner for a couple reasons. We want to keep our muscles relaxed so that they're actually melding into the body of our client, feeling softer and smoother. But for another reason too, because we're working with life force energy. And this is something you don't learn on videos. This is something you learn in your trainings. How to move that life force energy through and out your hands. And come around the nose, under the cheek, around the ears, to the back of the SCM, across the chest, around the shoulders, along the side of the cervical, stretch and gently pull, come off into the head. Now there's a lot of lymph in the face and the neck, so you want to make sure that you're also familiar with that, so that when you're done with all your massage techniques, that you're actually draining things in the proper direction, down, across, into the axillary region with a very light touch. So again, you take your forearms underneath the chin, cross them over. Let your fingers, your hands just scoop up around that chin, along the mandible, all the way up through the sides, thumbs in the middle. 2 fingers behind the ear, 2 fingers on the side into the cheek, back and forth. Come around, through. Don't catch the hair like I just did. And repeat. You could stop and even do some acupressure points along the way on the forehead. 2 fingers behind, 2 fingers in front. This feels really good at that TM joint. All the way around. Take a little bit more oil if you need it. See how far the head, the neck might want to go to one side. Scoop up and down. So I'm using slightly more pressure through the traps in the neck and lighter on the sides where the lymph flows. Repeat that on the other side. Now the trick in this is keep those wrists really soft. When I watch students, I see sometimes they have a hard time doing some of these moves because they're really stiff. So it's important that your hands and your wrist stay nice and loose and pliable. Let the head roll around on your forearm as you take it from one side to the other. It supports it back here. Now, the great thing about this table is I can come to the side to do some of my techniques. Raise the table up so that I don't have to lean over. Bring it to a height that's comfortable for you. I'm going to take one hand all the way up underneath, one hand on top, and scoop back and forth. Come up through the side. Get some movement in the neck joint. Embrace them together like this, back and forth. Scoop up. Let the head roll naturally where it wants to go, and back down. Come through the pecs, glide through there. Especially when you see your shoulder rolling forward, take all your tools, your handy tools and tricks to get this shoulder back. But remember, a lot of it usually is coming from your pecs and your anterior delts. Lift gently. Again, we're following the movements of our client, where it wants to go, where it will allow us to take it. Now if I need to come back, all I have to do is press my little foot control down here. Come on back. I can do my neck massage. Whatever techniques you want to bring in that the client needs. And so you might be saying, well, what's different about lomilomi? Well, if you were listening earlier, it's about how we use breath, how we use life force energy, the prayers that we say, the connection with the ancestors, the deep understanding and listening of the body, of what it's ready to receive. And then any and all the techniques that need to be applied can then be applied in a nurturing, loving way deep or light, depending on what they're ready to receive. Keeping your wrist nice and soft. You can finish off with some nice feathery strokes. You could do a nice scalp massage. You can do acupressure points. Whatever it is you feel you're called to do. You got a nice stool, you can roll around back and forth so that you're not twisting your body. All these things help you as a practitioner so that you have longevity. Nice gentle hold, similar to one that I showed you in the cranial sacral video that we also did here at Oakworks. But just caressing her, allowing her to sink deeper into a nice quiet place. Always gently coming off the body. Making sure that I re-drape my client, always keeping them warm. Always nurturing them and paying attention to every little detail for their comfort. Thank you for joining me today at Oakworks. If you want more information about my continuing education classes, you can visit www.massageprocE.com. Thank you.